So first off, one thing we learned in school at some point, I learned it, I think, in high school, was the separation of church and state, right? Meaning,
that kind of came later on. What no?
What I mean is, like, you don't, like, in school, unless you go to a Christian school, you don't teach, like, religion. True. And you don't really pray like that unless, you know, like, you're an athlete, you might pray for a game, but, you know, it's not a school mandated thing. Yeah. I don't even think, like, they don't even make them niggas say the pledge no more in school.
Really?
No. I ain't said the pledge in school since.
That's crazy.
Elementary, maybe.
I didn't know they stopped that.
Y'all said it through high school?
I didn't.
Hell yeah, niggas be in the pep rally saying that shit, and it'll be some niggas sitting down before they Colin Kaepernick shit. Niggas was sitting down, not doing that shit.
We wasn't saying no pledge when I was in high school.
Yeah, no, we stood up because we didn't want to get in trouble. We wasn't saying the shit.
We wasn't. They stopped
saying
that
no
shit.
pledge.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah,
like I said, I don't remember even saying the pledge in middle school. To be honest,
because of the Bible shit that's in it, right?
Yeah,
but see,
that's kind of where I'm getting at.
They didn't in Brandon. They didn't do it like that. Wasn't a Bible thing. That was a state thing.
Church and state.
Yeah, but I'm saying at that time I thought church was supposed to be left out of school because
one nation
school
under
was
God.
A state shit.
One nation under God. Once you throw God in it,
it's the church. Yeah.
But I found this video on Instagram of this guy. I don't know who he is, but he's talking about. I just play it, and I don't want y'all's opinion on it.
We don't teach God in our schools anymore. We don't even teach the 10 Commandments. Most kids don't even know the 10 Commandments. And so they don't have a fear of God. If you don't have a fear of God, there is no way that you are going to be able to go into a society and promote any type of righteousness. We are morally weak as a nation right now, and I think we put that front and center for the American people to see.
Because I think at that point it just start over. But yeah,
I don't agree.
What part don't you agree with?
I don't agree with the part of we need to have a fear in God.
Okay.
I think, to be honest, having a fear in God has brought the nation and people to where they are religiously or spiritually now, to where niggas is like not fooling with it. Because I went to a Catholic school from like kindergarten all the way to 6th grade, even though it was two different Catholic schools. No, one was like New Hope. If you know New Hope, I went to New Hope, but then I went to a Catholic school like my 3rd through 6th grade year. And so it's like the one thing that I always heard that I just never understood was, you know, you're never supposed to question God. You're never supposed to do this. God is this. God, you know, you hear all the stories. God turned this person into salt and this, you know, all this other stuff. But it's like, why do you, for someone, but it's like they teach you that, but they also say God is love.
Yeah.
Why am I supposed to fear somebody I love?
God forgives you. And all that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, I think that kind of messes up the mindset and the culture of a lot of people, because it's like you just start to follow shit blindly, whether it be God or whether it be nigga your boss at work. You just start to follow shit blindly because you're not asking no questions and you just afraid. And I feel like fear is crippling. Fear is what stops people from becoming successful. Fear is what stops people from really achieving what they're meant to do on earth. So when you sitting here saying I saw this, it's this thing on TikTok where, you know, Sis was like, your fear of looking stupid is what's stopping you from being great.
That's why I'm not a good actor.
I don't think that's true. But I'm saying, like, it's just, a fear is just a crippling thing. So when you have a fear of God, it's this thing of like, you feel like I have to do stuff right. I have to follow this. If I don't do this exactly how this is, God is gonna hate me and God is gonna punish me and that. And when you move through your life like that, that don't help you become a better adult. It doesn't help you become a better person. You just doing shit because you're scared. But if you start moving in true righteousness and start moving in a way of like, I'm not scared of God. I understand God. I love God. I have my relationship with God. We have our ups and downs, but I know He's not going to forsake me type shit. Then you start really moving in your purpose and you start really moving in what you're supposed to do.
J for Jesus.
Cause if you know, you know. But you know, it's like, cause it was this thing where I saw where they were like, imagine you died, right? And you in heaven. And you show up and God is like, oh, you up here. And God is like, you didn't even accomplish what I really have for you. You like, what you mean I did this? No. I put this in you. I instilled this in you.
Yeah.
You didn't even live up to that.
Yeah.
Why? And when you look back, the only reason you didn't live up to it was because of fear. Fear of what the church would say. Fear of what your family would say. Fear of what you think God would say. Whole time, God is like, nigga, I put that in you.
Yeah. Come on now.
So it's like when you talking about, you know, kids nowadays don't have that fear. They shouldn't have that fear.
Yeah.
The fuck? Nigga, when niggas be afraid to do shit, they don't become successful. That's a fact. That's not something that is just made up. When you afraid to, you know, do whatever, whether it's a cook or whatever. Like, I used to be afraid of dogs as a kid. Anybody would tell you, like, I used to run. But there was a point in my life as a child where I remember exactly where I was. I was at the mall, and there was this little white lady had this little white dog. I was scared as shit. But there was something in me that was like, you have to get over this. You know what I'm saying? It was, and I can honestly say it wasn't me saying it.
Yeah.
It was something else saying, if you allow this fear to control you, you're not going to be able to go places because there's going to be places where it's going to be fucking dogs.
Right.
And so what, you just not going to go? No. Started petting that motherfucker. As time went on, I started getting more comfortable. I started doing more research. And then that fear went away. You look at people like Kobe Bryant, and I ain't trying to go off on no tangent or shit, but
Please don't.
Yeah, but you look at people like Kobe Bryant and shit like that, it's like they look at fear different. They like, fear is something that, what am I afraid of? If Kobe was afraid, he ain't scoring 81 on Jalen Rose.
Fear is for the weak.
So that's my whole thing.
James, I got one more subject, and then I want you to have your moment to talk about what you got to talk about.
I think that when he was talking about fear, he's hoping that fear just grows into respect.
Of respect for God.
Yeah.
Okay.
But some people believe that if you don't fear it first, then how will you respect it?
That shit's stupid.
You know what I'm saying? It sounds stupid, but in some cases I do understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that fear gonna leave, but because you feared it already, the respect still stay. Yeah. Damn near like a discipline. Like,
I mean, it's kind of like parents.
Yeah, I gotta fear you gotta fear getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
They really not trying to put fear in you or something. They're trying to teach you boundaries.
Yeah.
This is really why I think it's going. But the word fear is damn near like submit to women when you mention that shit. Like, it's a trigger word. So when people talk about, I had to throw shade. I had to throw shade at these bitches.
We was almost home. You was almost home.
I see what you said. I see what you did there though.
Oh man, all right.
But it's almost like that. It's like, so I think fear, when you talk about religion and God, I think he just trying to get the respect, but you got to fear it first. As far as about it not being in school, I mean, different people have different religions. Yeah. So, that's going to like be a divisive thing. Now you got the kids arguing because they parents, or they growing up in one type of religion and somebody growing up in another one. Now these motherfuckers are arguing and shit. Is divisive. Just take this, once again, separation of church and state. Politics, religion, and gay people. Divisive subjects.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's stupid.
Gay people up there.
I didn't have really any thoughts. Well, I'm not gonna say y'all pretty much echoing what I think. when it comes to this. So we're gonna quickly move on.